If your system sounds slightly blurred, or the soundstage never quite settles, this might be the reason. It's not your DAC, not your cables, it's reflections. And what's interesting is this, you're not just hearing them, you can actually see them too. In this video, I'll show you how reflections quietly damage timing and clarity. And I'll show you something I've rarely seen explained clearly. How to actually see reflections using Room EQ Wizard and connect that to what you hear. In a perfect system, sound leaves the speakers and arrives at your ears. Once, clean, precise, stable. That's what creates a clear soundstage, but real rooms don't behave like that. Here's something very simple you can try. Play a familiar track. Now place something soft, even a cushion, at the first reflection point beside your speaker. You may notice the sound becomes clearer, more focused. That's reflections being reduced. It's not subtle once you hear it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people use REW to look at frequency response, but REW can also show you reflections directly, and this is where measurement becomes genuinely useful. In REW, you can look at what's called the impulse response, or the ETC, energy time curve. Along the bottom axis is time, which is really the key thing here, because this is showing us not just what we hear, but when it reaches us. What you see is this, a main spike. That's the direct sound from your speaker, then smaller spikes after it. Those are reflections. Each one is a delayed version of the original signal. And those delays are exactly what interfere with timing. When those reflections are too strong and too early, you don't just see it, you hear it. The soundstage becomes less stable, bass becomes harder to follow. Music loses a sense of flow. This is why some systems sound fast and others don't, and there is no perfect solution. You can't eliminate reflections completely, and in normal rooms, large acoustic treatment is often impractical. Now this is from my own system, and you can see there are actually quite a few reflections here. But what's interesting is this, they follow a relatively consistent pattern. So it's not simply about removing reflections, it's about how they arrive and how they interact with the direct sound. In other words, it's about whether they're helping or confusing the timing. In the next video, I'll take this further and show you how to use REW step by step without it becoming overwhelming. So you can use measurement as a tool, not a barrier. In a future video, I will also look at how you can use your phone to measure your system. If you're interested in getting more from your system without chasing endless upgrades, you might find this series useful.